What is up, my people? It's the Viktor Wilt Show. Very excited that the weekend is here. Let's use Peach's sports music. Why, I don't know. I don't know, it kind of fits with the vibe of the dream I had before I woke up. Usually I don't remember my dreams, or it's really vague. Last 2 nights I've had some really strange dreams, and I really wish I could remember the one from 2 nights ago, because it was like, you know, an adventure, or maybe more like a thriller, you know? I wouldn't say an adventure. All I remember is there were people after me and things like that, and I was on the run. But last night's dream, okay, all I really remember about it is that I was on an airplane, and for some reason, my truck was also on the airplane, okay, like in a hangar. And I think I dozed off in the airplane, and then I woke up, and there was no one else in the airplane. You know, like, not even a pilot. And so I, start panicking, and I'm like, I guess I've got to jump. I got to get out of this plane. It's going to crash. So I jump out of the plane, and it was, a snowy day. You're above the clouds. So I'm like falling, but I was doing like some skydiver action. When most people have a dream that they're falling, a falling dream is not uncommon, but you're falling, and then right when you hit the ground, you wake up. Okay, in this dream, like I said, I was controlling my descent toward the earth, and, just managed to, like one of those people wearing like a squirrel suit. I was able to just kind of coast my way down, and I land, and then I walked home. And I don't even remember, I certainly wasn't living at my same house. I was at some kind of weird house. And I don't remember who I was talking to when I got there, but I was like, oh, crap, my truck was on the plane. How am I going to get anywhere? Where's my truck? And for some reason, I had like an Apple AirTag in my truck. So I was trying to use my phone as a tracking device. Did I say I was trying to use my truck as a tracking device? I'm still waking up here, people. Trying to use my phone as a tracking device to find my truck. And I was having a lot of trouble with that. Apparently, my truck was too far away from another phone to ping the AirTag. So I was getting very frustrated. And I'm like on foot. Who knows how many miles away or hundreds of miles away, possibly, my truck could be. And it was in the plane. If the plane crashed, truck's probably destroyed. And then I woke up. That was my morning. I've been having trouble getting to sleep recently. And I don't know. I've just been feeling a little bit weird. So what does it mean? I don't know if dreams mean much of anything myself. They say it's your brain exercising something, or, some people believe they have very deep meaning. But, I'm having problems with my truck. I know that. I need to get that dealt with still. But, if you're falling, but, you land, and then you just kind of keep walking. What does that mean? Like, you could... I would bet that a falling dream... Let's see what the internet says. What does a falling dream mean? Feelings of loss of control, fear, anxiety, or a lack of support in one's waking life. Huh. Okay. Yeah, mentally as of late, been a little bit out of whack. I've definitely had some anxiety going on. But I managed to land, I coasted to the ground and just kept going. So, I guess, is that my brain telling me it's gonna be okay? Maybe so. Anyway. What about adventurous dreams where you're on the run? Huh? What does that mean? I don't know. Anyway, that was my morning so far. I hope you liked it. All right, I've got cameras at my house. You know, I'm paranoid, I guess. And it's the day and age when you can get them cheap, you know, access them at any time from anywhere on your phone. It's very handy and nice. Thankfully, I haven't ever had anything too creepy pop up on my cameras. You know, occasionally someone might be knocking at the door and I'm like, oh, it's Peaches. No. But I'm looking at a video here of Florida man holding a knife and just tapping the knife on the camera. Kind of unsettling. You know, this is a Ring camera video from a woman's, apartment in an apartment complex. And I don't know if he was just going door to door doing this or what, but he does have the crazy eyes. The headline of the news article mentioned the crazy eyes, and I've kind of been disturbed by crazy eyes in the last 24 hours because I've been listening to last podcast on the left. Can I not say the word left? What's my problem? I don't want to punch myself in the face. Anyway, I've been listening to their episode about the Daybells again, as I will be interviewing the guys from last podcast on the left next week. It's my favorite podcast. I'm very, very excited. They're going to be doing some shows in Salt Lake next month. More details on that later, maybe like 10 a.m. But anyhow, you know who has like just the epitome of crazy eyes? Lori Daybell. No matter what photo you see of her, even before everything went down, those old photos of her that you see in the documentaries and things. Crazy eyes. I don't know. You ever met anybody and you're just like, what's going on in there? What's going on in there? Your eyes are giving me the creeps. How could someone not recognize that Lori Daybell, there was something, some darkness floating around inside of that head. You can just see it sometimes by looking at someone. You look into their eyes and you're like, oh, all right, I'm out of here. Anyway, weird that video popped up because I was just thinking about crazy eyes last evening when I was listening to that first episode of their series about, pretty much the most horrible event that's ever happened in East Idaho. I mean, there have been a lot of horrible events in East Idaho, but I think that one takes the cake for darkness and wackiness. Wackiness, a bit of an understatement, I guess. Anyhow, last podcast on the left is not for everybody, for sure. But, if you're into true crime and conspiracy theory and, supernatural stuff or cults or, just want to hear three dudes maybe making inappropriate jokes at times with dark subject matter. It's a great show, and I'm really excited to talk to those guys next week and then go see them live in Salt Lake. So if you're a fan of that show, make sure you're listening today at 10 a.m. because I'm going to make an announcement about a giveaway to see them. It's my reward to you for being awake right now. You get the heads up. We're going to give away some tickets to their Salt Lake City, it's Sandy, Utah show at the Sandy Amphitheater. So pretty exciting. It's going to be fun. Jade's going to be there. I'm going to be there. Josh from Classy's coming along. We're going to have a fun crew, and some of you are going to be hanging out with us. So anyway, that's what's going down. And I better write a checklist of the crap I got to get done today. Feeling a little overwhelmed, but music always helps. And I got plenty of good stuff coming up. Don't go anywhere. MCC, Magna Carta Cartel. Howdy, welcome to the Viktor Wilt program. All right, you looking for a job? Then you're going to want to avoid these jobs. Jobs that are so hyped up, but in reality are absolute trash. I'm pretty lucky. I'll admit it. You might hear me whine. I have to be up early. Me. But I've got it pretty good, right? I get to just sit here and spew and talk on the microphone and listen to cool music and decide what music gets played on all the best radio stations in East Idaho. And it's fulfilling and satisfying. Now, when I was growing up, back in the day, radio people, like if you could get into a radio job, you were set. Radio wages back in the day, whole different world than nowadays. All right? It's not a job you do for the pay. All right? You do it because you just have it in you. But I'm still, I'd rather have a job that I really enjoy and, wish that I had more money. But, yeah, it's something to think about when you're looking for a job. And some of these jobs that people mentioned, you would think they'd be pretty good. Turns out, maybe not so much. Like a chef. This guy who was a chef said cooking gets glamorized a lot. People who are good at or interested in cooking are told they should pursue it professionally. You got these TV shows with celebrity chefs making it look like big money rock star stuff. And he's like, no, it's just very long days with low pay for even very high-end skill sets. And then a lot of other people chimed in who were chefs and were like, yeah, the pay sucks, even if you're working at a really fancy restaurant. So, you're in a hot kitchen. You're having to, run a crew of people. Definitely wouldn't be my thing. But it's something to think about if you were really into cooking. Might not be everything it's cracked up to be. Zookeeper. You would think with what you got to do to be a zookeeper, that would be a high-paying job, right? You have to have a degree for it. This person says you get paid like $14 an hour, and you're basically shoveling dookie all day, no matter how bad the weather is. And then basically all you do is clean. You're just cleaning all day. It's not a bunch of time hanging out, having fun with the animals. No, and you're dealing with, terrible visitors coming to the zoo, people banging on the enclosures, treating animals bad. I guess burnout, very high for zookeepers. Another job I wouldn't be able to do because as I've gotten older, I've started to have allergy issues, and every time I go to the zoo, I'm like, what's happening to me? And I'm just walking around at the zoo. Like, I don't know what I'm allergic to, but I like the zoo. It just always gets to me. All right, people saying being a veterinarian sucks. That would have to suck. All right. People are very emotional when it comes to their animals, for one. And then two, I don't want to get into the darkness of, some of the things you have to do as a veterinarian, but I'm sure every day you're having to watch people go through, the pain and suffering of putting animals down. It'd be terrible. I hope that pays well, at least. But, shout out to all the veterinarians. That's got to be one of the hardest jobs. I can't even imagine. Plus, some animals, they get a little worked up when they go to the vet. Oh, you got to have a lot of patience for the pet patients and their owners. Film industry, I would assume the film industry is a lot like radio. Low pay, long days. I would assume if you're not the star, it's a rough job. Video game Q&A tester. Huh? You would think that would be great. All right, some people think it's a party where you just play video games all day, but you're regularly crapped on by the rest of the teams, and the monotonous and repetitive test plans and compliance checks can absolutely rip the fun out of video games. Can you imagine having video games ruined for you? That would really suck. Ugh. Social worker. I've known many a social worker. Another job that does not pay anywhere near what it should. Social work, I've known many people who have worked for, child protection. Oh, the people who can endure mentally doing that job, it's crazy to me. The fact that they make such small wages to do what they do. It's another job that they should be just making bank, like veterinarians. I don't know what veterinarians make, but I know social workers do not make enough money. That's for sure. No matter what, area of social work they're working in. It's extremely stressful, to take on the weight of that. If you're listening and you run, you are in charge of social workers, give them a raise, a big fat raise, okay? Somebody posted, this is depressing to open at 3 a.m. Well, this should be helpful. You need to think about these things. There are a lot of jobs that people go, all right, this might be great. And then, you're stuck. You're stuck and it's brutal. Okay, I don't want to get depressing myself here. So let's play more music. What is going on with these stupid allergies? There's something in the building that's messing with me. It happened yesterday. All of a sudden I'm sneezing and I'm gonna have to I hope I have some allergy meds in my little bottle of miscellaneous in case I need it medications. Okay, anyway. What are we gonna do here? There we go. Sorry. Some people might really hate to hear that. Okay. Ooh, that story is just too dark. I was gonna tell you about this Florida man who was arrested after stabbing a shark, but it's just a little bit too brutal here. Man, I'm glad I grew up with cool parents. I was reading this story about TV star Candace Cameron. You might remember her from Full House. She won't let people watch horror movies in her house because she says it might open a portal to, I guess demons coming in or something. As a horror movie fan, I can only imagine. You're a kid, and for whatever interest, you're like me, and you have an interest in, monster stories and things. Like my favorite books when I was a kid were Goosebumps. I still have, not the whole collection, but I've got a lot of them. A lot of Goosebumps. And thankfully, my parents let me read them. She's talking about she won't let her kids play, a lot of different video games because they're going to open up a portal. All right. I don't personally believe in demons, okay? That's just me. And to each their own, you can believe whatever you want. But, can you let people enjoy a little bit of entertainment? Come on. Here's a line that she said. Listen, I'm in the film industry. I understand how it works. I know that a movie has a crew of 200 people. They're lighting, they're adding the sound effects, the makeup, camera, people, actors. However, there's still something that can be incredibly demonic while they've made it. All right. These are just people trying to get by. All right. They got a job that they're, probably not making very much money doing. You don't want to come home from your day 12 hours on the set where you're just struggling to pay for your studio apartment and then be like, oh, great. Yeah. Candace Cameron thinks I'm letting demons into the earth by, lighting up, a movie like Bring Her Back. Man, that movie was so good. I got to watch it again. I need to go see more horror movies. I need to see that movie, Sinners. That sounds like it would definitely open a portal just based on the name, Sinners. Also, Final Destination. Gotta go check that out. Need to get out of my house more. I need payday. That's what I need, payday. All right, anyway. I'll be back with something better in a minute. Yeah, even if it's just music. So glad that it's Friday. I hope it's your Friday. I guess it's not technically my Friday, because I am working tomorrow at the Idaho Falls Farmers Market. If you want to come see me, going to be there from 11 to 2. Just find the Riverbend Media Group booth, and you will find me. Bring some pet food while you're at it. We're collecting pet food donations, and going to drop those off at local animal shelters. So, yeah, help out if you can. Help the little critters. All right. Earlier, we were talking about horror movies because Candace Cameron thinks they open demonic portals in your home. Man, I've opened a lot of portals. Well, I was reading an article here about horror movie fans being the happiest human beings on Earth. According to, horror director Mike Flanagan. Mike Flanagan is great. If you've never watched any of his Netflix series, like The Haunting of Hill House, Midnight Mass, The Fall of the House of Usher. They are all so good. So good. Need to do a rewatch on all of them, to be honest. I think my favorite of the bunch might be Midnight Mass. It's really good. Mike Flanagan also, slowly working on the adaptation of The Dark Tower by Stephen King. And I'm pretty excited for that because, they made one terrible movie and it's not worth watching. And if anyone can do it right, it would be Mike Flanagan. But yeah, he was asked on a recent podcast, how is it that people who seem perfectly sane can love a genre about violence, terror, and death? And he's like, well, people who love horror have an outlet for a lot of darkness. It's kind of like with metal, There's something about that aggression in the music that it's like swearing. It's a pain reliever, It's an escape. I've talked plenty about how when I'm having a bad day, I'll watch like natural disaster documentaries and be like, well, it could be worse. See, could have a massive earthquake, could have a tsunami hit. Settle down, buddy. Yeah, sorry, had to cough. The allergy meds are still kicking in. What was I going to say? I got distracted by the cough. Ugh! I hate getting distracted. That is so aggravating that I don't remember where I was going. Oh, yeah. Metalheads and horror fans. I mean, that's like all of my friends. All right. Aside from maybe Jade. I don't think Jade likes horror. He's a little squeamish. But all of my other friends really into horror movies and novels. And they all tend to be metalheads as well. Metalheads, the nicest people on the planet. Ask anyone who works at a concert venue. I've said it many times because I've asked the question many times. Who are the best crowds? The metal crowds. Who are the worst crowds? The country crowds. It's just how it is. Just how it is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I could really kick it heavy with somebody who is completely aversive to horror, because that would just seem weird to me. But, that's me. Anyway, since I can't keep track of anything, I guess let's move on to more music, and I'll try to get my act together, all right? All right, what's going on in Butte? We've had a lot of weird stories coming out of Butte, Montana, just up to the north here. Multiple sinkholes and things like that. Be careful if you're driving through there, I guess, and don't go to the landfill. Yeah, I guess they found a bunch of unexploded military ordnance. Yeah, bombs, explosives. So they had to shut the landfill down and bring in an explosives team to investigate. They haven't said exactly what it was, but can y'all just be careful what you drop off at the dump? There are people that work there, okay? If you're unsure whether or not what you're dropping off might be an explosive, let's try to keep it safe. Yeah, just kind of surprising when I look through these national, stupid news websites, and Butte just keeps popping up. I don't know. It's an interesting town. I still think they need to bring back the giant elk that crosses that spans the roadway. That would be cool. I'm all down for any kind of wacky installations, anything to liven things up. Just a friendly reminder, it's really nice outside right now. Perfect time of the year to maybe brighten things up. Around here, we could use some murals or maybe paint your house a wacky color. Because it'd be great during the winter. Just have, a little bit of color as you drive around. I hate driving around here in the winter. Not just because driving in the winter sucks, but it's just so bleak. So take some time and, I don't know, put a dinosaur in your front yard. I don't know, do something. Something to liven it up a bit. I'm going to be getting ready for Freak News, okay? And I will succeed. Dang it. There's got to be, something fun floating around in the news. News pretty dark these days. Ugh. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, what kind of stupid news did I find? Let's find out. Plenty of it, that's for sure. All right, in case you were wondering, today is the only Friday the 13th this year, so where we've been talking a lot about horror on the show today. Probably a good night to kick back and watch something scary. I mean, you could go with the classic Friday the 13th, but I think there are so many incredible newer horror movies out. Try something new. If you need recommendations, maybe I'll make a list in a while. Because, yeah, it'll make you feel good. Unless you're Jay Davis. You know, like I said, he gets a little bit squeamish. Not the biggest horror fan. Don't golf in the rain. You ever seen that movie Caddyshack? Yeah. Maybe that's too old. Maybe that's why, these people ended up getting struck by lightning on a golf course in Texas. No, one of them was pretty old, so he had to have seen that movie. You know, if it was young people, I'd be like, okay, maybe they didn't see that scene with the golf club in the air. Lightning strikes. Yeah, I think they're both alive, but they were pretty messed up. You know, if the rain clouds roll in, you don't want to be in the middle of a big open field with a metal rod in your hand, okay? I'll spare you the grisly details, but I would imagine it really sucks to get struck by lightning. It does not sound fun. Okay, what else here? All right, typical that this would be a Florida man. Went into Sam's Club, and I guess he had to go to the bathroom. So, he just peed all over 2 pallets of Spam and Vienna sausages. And I guess it was $10,500 worth of Spam and Vienna sausages that they had to destroy. How do you destroy a bunch of canned goods? They threw them in the garbage, right? I don't know if that counts as destroying them, but they reviewed surveillance footage. I guess after finding, a puddle on the ground? And we're like, okay, yeah, that's what happened there. So destroyed 188 bulk units of Vienna sausages, 345 units of 8-count canned Spam Classic. All right, well, I mean, there are way worse things he could have ruined. You know, as far as canned goods go that make me want to vomit, Spam's not that bad. I mean, I've had it plenty of times and never been like, this is disgusting. But for some reason, it just reminds me of, cat food. And Vienna sausages just gross me out for some reason. You know, totally cool with hot dogs. Maybe it's just, I don't know what it is. So, all right, I guess if you're going to ruin something, you're going to go to jail for it, but, yeah. What else do we have here? I mean, I really had to dig today for the old freak news. There's some guy currently sitting atop a radio tower in Washington, D.C. Yeah, he's been up there for about, as of yesterday, it had been 40 hours. Now, radio towers are pretty dangerous, okay? You could get electrocuted. I'm not recommending you really go climb anything because, you might fall and die. But of all things, why a radio tower? Plus, then, you're ruining Jade Davis's day, okay? Anytime you're interfering with radio, trust me, there's somebody behind the scenes that is having to deal with it. And if anybody messes with radio in East Idaho this weekend, I'm going to be furious. All right? Make my weekend easy, because it's already busy enough. All right, that's enough freak news. Here's Parkway Drive. Oh, what happened here? Well, we'll still play Parkway Drive. I didn't quite make it before the resync. It happens. All right. I think I need to crack another energy drink.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do, Peaches. Now, what's going on with you?
Oh, nothing.
Hold on, I better give you a mic. All right.
I'm just happy it's Friday.
I'm sort of happy it's Friday. But,
Sort of.
yeah, I got a lot of work to do this weekend. It doesn't really feel like a weekend when you're working, Doesn't feel like a Friday, even though I'll get to sleep in a little bit.
You'll be at
which
the
is
Idaho
great.
Falls Farmers Market, 11 to 2. You switched with Katie, so now you're no longer the morning shift. So now you're going to be there when it's hot. She tricked you. She got you.
Yeah, I know. I picked the morning because it's nice and cool. But,
She's pretending to have something to do.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be nice. And, I'm not a big fan of the extreme heat. What's it looking like tomorrow for the old weather forecast?
102.
102. That sounds about right. Well, the good thing about the farmers market, Peaches, is we have a tent. So there will be some shade. And we get to see all the wonderful listeners. So that should be pretty nice.
Now, if you want, I can show up with the spray bottle.
I will certainly bring something to help keep myself cool.
Walk by and...
Okay, yeah, I might need it, Peaches. Could be worse. I mean, I'm sure it's hotter in Salt Lake. Let's see. I've got to find out how miserable it's going to be tomorrow.
It's about 82, 83.
Okay, mid-80s. It shouldn't be too bad by 2 o'clock. It doesn't get really hot till like 5. So, all right, come see me. Peaches was just trying to insist that I make a video where I am running. You ever had anyone try to demand that you exercise? It's not the first time in my life someone has tried to demand that I exercise. All right? And even if it's for something funny. No, I ain't running anywhere today. All right? Don't you tell me to exercise. Make your own viral clips, buddy. Get in here, Peaches. Now, when did we come up with this idea? Was it the video where people were just running at high speed?
No, Katie sent the video to me of it's a new trend on TikTok where people who are like engaged to a cop or in a relationship with a cop are trying their best to outrun the cop.
Yeah.
So we thought it'd be funny if Lieutenant Crane, since he comes in every Friday, if we like tried to outrun all the DJs, if he got out of the car and we sprinted away from him.
Yeah. Okay.
Simple as that.
Now, I think I already know what would happen if I tried to outrun Lieutenant Crane. I wouldn't be able to.
People just want to see that. It's funny content.
But it's not a real challenge because they know I'm not going to be able to. Now, you and Katie are young people, Peaches, and you're tall and have a long stride. You have an actual chance of outrunning little Lieutenant Crane because he's a short guy.
Yeah, but I don't want
Katie is tall as well.
I don't want to be like the guinea pig in every single video.
Oh, the guinea pig in every video? What are you talking about? We've all been
I'm
the
sure
guinea
if
pig.
there was like a viral trend of someone getting tasered, magically you'd be like, oh, Peaches, let's sign you up for that. I don't feel like getting tasered today.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel like getting tasered
I've never
today.
said, I don't feel like doing this today. I just do it.
Are you kidding me? You've never said I don't feel like doing this?
Yeah, I just have to do it.
No, come on, man. No, it just would make more sense for people who may actually be able to outrun Lieutenant Crane to give it a whirl. People know. They'd watch the video and be like, obviously Victor ain't going to outrun Lieutenant Crane. Ain't going to outrun basically anybody. It would be funnier to see you, the giant tall guy, running from little Lieutenant Crane.
Yeah, but also I'm a giant guy, so I'm already naturally slow.
I don't know. You've been involved in sports and things like that. You go out and you actually run.
I can guarantee you, Josh might be the fastest one.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I doubt it.
I bet if he starts running.
Josh is built exactly like me.
Yeah, but he's different mentality.
It's not a mentality thing.
Yeah, it is.
When the last time Josh went for a jog? Are they on air? Let's call him up. All right.
I would say the person who would run away the fastest would most likely be Katie, then Josh, then probably, if it's only the DJs, probably me.
Pick up the phone! Oh, they're back on air now. Go figure. But yeah, all I was saying is I ain't running.
Okay.
I've had people try to demand I exercise before, and so... No.
All right.
No. But you guys, I think it would make a pretty fun video.
It's dead now.
No.
All in or dead?
It wasn't my idea. It wasn't my idea.
Yeah, but
you guys came up with this idea. You can't just drag everybody else into it.
Yeah, all the DJs.
I guarantee that all the DJs aren't going to want to do it. But you think Justin want to go for a run this morning? I highly doubt it. Okay, then what do you get on my case then? We can't have all the DJs do it anyway. You think Chantel wants to go run from the cops?
She'd be more down to do it than you.
And it would be funnier because it's the classy team.
Yeah.
Running from the police.
Yeah, people would find it funny if they saw the guy who hosts traffic school to run away from the cop.
Oh, they've seen me like get cuffed and stuffed. I've done all kinds of videos
You stood
with
there in the
Lieutenant
parking lot
Crane.
with handcuffs on. Ooh.
Yeah, multiple times. Yeah. And it was funny.
Okay.
Because I ended
it's
up
dead now. So there we go. Let's move on.
Oh, boo hoo 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 hoo. No, just you guys came up with the idea for a video.
It's dead.
It's not dead. You're
dead.
choosing to, make it dead.
Yeah, it's dead.
Yeah.
Just like everything
all
that we
I told
tried.
you is I ain't running. I make all kinds of videos, Peaches. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you post a boomer content video.
Whose videos have the most views on YouTube? Get out of here.
That's one social media platform.
Okay.
And we had a great YouTube channel beforehand.
Dude, I have
that had
decades-
like tens of thousands of views on my
I have
interviews.
decades, I have a decade of videos on our social media page. Who built our social media following?
Yeah, just tenure doesn't mean like.
Who built our social media following? Who built our listenership? Who turned K-Bear into the biggest radio station in East Idaho?
Jade Davis.
No, he didn't. It was me. It was me. Listen, noob, you little noob. Yeah, get to work and make some videos. Yeah, go for a run, Peaches. Don't get on my case after all of the time. I've been doing this 18 years, okay? So, one video of me jogging is not going to be the end all.
Videos
and
weren't
I
prevalent.
didn't come up with this idea.
Videos
okay?
weren't prevalent back then. It was all grainy
What are
and
you
terrible
talking
looking.
about? What are you talking about?
It wasn't as big as it is now. Videos are pushed way more.
Dude, we have videos. If you go back through our platform, eating surströmming. We talked about it yesterday. You wouldn't do it.
Sure.
I bet you wouldn't do it.
If I was forced to for social media, sure.
I don't know. Nobody forces anybody. That's the thing. I have never forced anybody to do anything when it comes to making content.
Okay.
But being forced to run today, nope. I
It's
ain't
either
gonna do it.
you're going to or you get insulted for not doing so. That's how it works.
What are you talking about? I don't feel insulted.
No, I'm saying like if I weren't to do the surströmming, it'd be, oh, you wimp, oh, this whole thing for months.
No, I doubt it.
You say that now.
Yeah. Give me an example of when that's happened.
The one chip challenge. I'm sure when I did it, it was like I got made fun of big time for being the guy who just drank the milk right afterwards.
We all did those hot challenges. What do you, I don't remember making fun of you for the hot chip challenge. We didn't make fun of anybody.
Sure.
What are you talking about?
Okay, then let's just move on.
Okay.
Video's dead.
The video's not dead. You're the one who's...
I'm not doing it.
Okay, well, it was your video idea.
Like I said, strike one, out. It's done.
Peaches, you can't rely on everybody else. You got to do
It's a
these things
funny
yourself.
all office or no office type thing.
It was your idea.
Yeah.
You can't just assume everybody's going to want to do it.
It's
Some
done.
people don't like running.
That's it.
Have you ever seen me run?
I just said it's done and over with. I'm out of here. So.
Okay, Peaches, bye-bye then. And we'll be back in just a minute. And I'm going to make some kind of video content. And he's not even coming in here today anyway.
Oh.
So we couldn't make that video even if I felt like running. And I don't know if you saw the latest post on our group. Victor's being a Debbie Downer because he won't run. I will not run!
Yeah, thank you, Aaron.
Unless somebody's coming at me with a flamethrower. Then I will run.
I might.
All right. Go pick one up. We could have some fun, make some viral videos if we had a flamethrower.
Sure.
Yeah. So Jade, add that to the budget,
I was going to
please.
say, Jade, up the budget.
We need a flamethrower so we can make better video content. So, listeners, we're going to need extra help today because Lieutenant Crane is going to call in, but sometimes the call-in version of the show is a little bit of a dumpster fire. So,
okay, so it's still traffic school.
Yeah, we're still going to do traffic school, but he'll be on the phone. So we'll see how many times I hang up on him in the middle of it. And the listeners, we need them calls. Get those traffic-related questions ready. We'll kick that off here in about 20 minutes, and we'd love to have you take part in the show. I was just reading this article about a bunch of people breaking into an adult shop and stealing a bunch of stuff. Where was this from? Stratford. Wherever Stratford is. This is a Canadian news website, so somewhere up there. Anyway, 4 people broke in to the Sinvention boutique and They did steal a little bit of cash, but, the rest of it was just the typical stuff you'd find at an adult shop. All right? I don't know what it's like in Canada, but is there a black market for those type of items? Can you put them up for sale on the Facebook Marketplace? What are you going to do with them? Well, okay. Aside from maybe the obvious, but still, you don't want to be the person going to jail for that. Again, making international news. Got radio DJs in Idaho talking about it. Nothing worse than getting arrested for something embarrassing. But yeah, again, I'm not saying I could understand theft. It's not good. Don't do it. Don't be a thief. Stealing's dirtbag behavior. But I could get the cash thing. All right, cash makes sense. It's everything else. Because they've got pictures of the items. I can't describe them to you. Some of them are even blurred out in the news article there. Sound like somebody needs a pal, maybe. Somebody needs a pal. Somebody to hang out with. A little too bored. Anyway, or maybe some therapy. I don't know. So, that's that. Jeez. The Turons in Yellowstone are getting dumber than ever. My goodness. All right. We all know you don't go near the bison. It's that time of year. Tourists rolling in, acting like fools. We've had multiple, bison attacks already this season. But this video, you got these people walking up to a bison holding a baby. My goodness. They're either dumb or they, hate their baby. One or the other. I took my kids to Yellowstone when they were really little. Took them to the Old Faithful Visitor Center. They had a great video that showed people being chucked through the air by bison. And it terrified my children, which was good. They should be terrified of bison. Like, they're never going to go near a bison. Why do they not have these videos playing on a big screen when you pull up to every gate? Just on a loop. Just people getting attacked by elk, people getting attacked by bison. Heck, show somebody getting ripped apart by a bear. I don't know. People are stupid, so they need to up their game. I don't know. There have been some budget cuts in the last few months to the National Park Service, so I don't think we'll be getting giant billboards installed that could display these type of videos, but I think it might be helpful, all right? Because much as I get a good laugh when I see an adult, get chucked by a bison, babies don't have the choice, okay? They don't get to decide, hey, carry me over to that bison. Or, I don't know, maybe a toddler would ask, I want to go pet that thing. You got to feel bad for some of these babies. Got stupid parents. There are a lot of stupid people out there, as I think you know, because you listen to this show every day. I've certainly got plenty of stupid in me. What's happening, Peaches?
I was doing the weekend shows. Jade came by the Cannonball studio. He is, in fact, here, and he did, in fact, fix the computers in there.
Okay, good.
Did a lot of stuff that I do not understand whatsoever, so good luck this weekend, because, if any problems arise, well, I know nothing when it comes to computers.
This weekend should be interesting for sure. I'll be, I'll be on my toes all weekend and hoping for the best. Might as well see what this. Oh, they hung up. I was going to put this caller on the air.
When you're at the farmer's market, just come to the studio, shut Caber off the air.
Don't be monkeying with anything. If I see any problems that are caused by DJs, then I start to unleash my authority.
I was thinking about spamming you like AI-generated emails that looked real. That said, K-Bear is off the air.
Don't do that to me, okay? I don't need the stress.
I've antagonized other people in the building, too, with, like, pretend emails before. It's
Pages. People got things to do. All right, let's see what this caller wants. K-Bear, you are live on the program. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
This is Steve. I called earlier.
So what's up, Steve?
I just want to tell you, hey, I'm glad that you have a friend like Peach that's taller than you, because my best friend is shorter than me.
Tall people are nice to have around. Sometimes there's stuff that's up high, and you need them to grab it.
Or if you need help moving stuff.
Or Peach is great. If you need to move stuff around, he'll help you move stuff. Yeah. Having a big...
us tall guys, we don't like to lean down, so we can go, hey, can you hand me that?
Yeah, exactly.
That is true. There are certain things that short people have an advantage. So,
I got a great Halloween costume idea. The BioShock guy, and then you're the little girl.
And then I'll be the little girl? That is pretty funny, Peaches. Unfortunately for you, the BioShock costume, that's got to be kind of pricey.
Oh, it's going to be way ridiculous.
But that would be pretty hilarious.
Peaches gets to buy it, and then you guys do it.
Yeah, maybe we can get Jade to dump budget into that. We need a K-Bear Halloween costume budget. So
it's for
That's
socials.
So good. I just wanted to throw that out. Like I love that. Like you're so short, he's so tall.
I'm not that short. All right.
Well,
little Russell was short.
Steve, how tall are you?
I'm 6'3".
6'3", so that's a tall guy.
That's a pretty tall guy.
But you're
I'm like 5'8".
5'8", yeah. See, you start with the 5. See, that's already...
Now, listen, I'm not like 5'4". That's short.
I mean, once you reach that certain height, it's like, who cares? 5'4", 5'1", 5'8", it's all the same.
Whatever.
Well, my best friend's like the same size as you, Victor, so I was just like we always make these jokes that I'm so tall, he's so short.
Like, I'm taller than Lieutenant Crane. I think I'm taller than Josh.
Everybody's taller than Lieutenant Crane. But who's tougher than Lieutenant Crane? Nobody.
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't mess with him.
Yeah.
I haven't met him, but is he like a gremlin?
Yeah, perfect. That's a perfect
Gremlin.
description.
Sure.
Gremlin.
All right.
Well, good to hear
I
from you
won't take
again,
up any
Steve.
more of your time.
All right, man.
All
You
right,
have a
thanks,
good weekend. Peace.
You too.
You know, like if you want to feel skinny, you hang around fat people. If you want to feel tall, you just hang around short people.
I know. That's why I miss Little Russell. It made me feel tall.
Well, you have Crazy Jay. You have Lieutenant Crane.
That's
I think
true.
you're taller than Josh, maybe. I don't know.
I think I am taller than Josh.
We need to do a
just
measure
by
up.
a little bit.
I think Katie's taller than you.
As she probably is. Or about the same height. Might be taller.
It was pretty funny having the dudes in Never Tell and Sleep Theory come by the studio because I didn't realize how small they were.
A lot of short dudes.
Until I watched their interview with the St. Louis station, The Point. And they have this radio DJ named Liv, and she was towering over them. I'm like, if she's towering over them, I'm going to be a freak.
Well.
And then sure enough, Katie was in the break room as they were walking by, and it was like Snow White and, the 7.
Oh, jeez. Okay, everybody, we're going to take a quick break, and then at 10, we're going to tell you about a new fun giveaway we're going to be doing next week. I think it's pretty cool, so hang out. And we are Victor and
Peaches.
And we've got a fun giveaway announcement that, based on the reaction I got on my Facebook post, I think there are quite a few listeners who are going to be excited about this giveaway.
Yeah, one person hit me up. She doesn't talk to me at all. All of a sudden just texts me out of nowhere. Hey, are you going to be getting tickets for...
Very nice.
And I was like, buzz off.
Buzz off.
Don't
No,
use me for my clout, lady.
So... I posted on my Facebook page last night. I was very excited that I lined up an interview with the hosts of my favorite podcast,
Peaches Pit Party. I'm right here.
No, that's the wrong show, Peaches. That's my least favorite podcast.
On air with Ryan Seacrest.
Yes. Are you guys ready to go meet Ryan Seacrest? No. Talking Last Podcast on the Left. Have you ever listened to it, Peaches?
No, it's on the left. I don't care for the left at all.
Oh, jeez. Well, if you're into things like true crime and conspiracy theory and the paranormal and cults and all that kind of stuff, it's an awesome podcast. I've been listening to the one they did about the Daybells again. People around here are definitely familiar with the story of the Daybells, but when you get really deep into the story, it's crazy. So they're going to be in Salt Lake City on July 12th.
At the Sandy Amphitheater. They'll actually be in Sandy, Utah.
Technically in Sandy, but, it's kind of like Ammon. It's still Idaho Falls.
Sure.
And sorry, Chubbuck, you're still Pocatello.
Right.
Whoa! They're going to be there July 12th, and we've got tickets to give away to the show. Yeah, they're actually doing a show the night before as well with two of the hosts. They call it Side Stories. They have 2 different shows. If you go and, check them out on Spotify, for example, they'll have Side Stories, which is kind of like, freak news, but, an hour long. It's kind of radio show style, where the regular show is, generally centered around a topic, researched, blah, blah, blah. So, the Side Story show is going to be at Wise Guys in Salt Lake on the Friday. But we got tickets to the big show with the full cast.
The big show?
The big show.
I want to meet the
July
wrestler.
12th. And if you're a fan of Last Podcast on the Left, of course you would want to go see them live in Salt Lake City. So we got tickets we're going to give away. And what we're going to do starting on Monday is I've got a list of songs that are inspired by some type of a topic like you might hear on Last Podcast on the Left. So it could be, something dealing with a particular conspiracy theory or maybe a particular serial killer or something like that. And we're going to, at some point between 7 a.m. and 5 p.m., play one of these songs, and then caller number 13 gets the first shot to tell us what that song was inspired by. They get it right, they win tickets to go see the JK Ultra Tour hitting the Sandy Amphitheater with the entire cast of Last Podcast on the Left, July 12th. And Jade and Josh and I are going to go to the show, so we'll be hanging out with listeners there. So if you want to join us, might as well try to go for free.
I might buy my ticket just by myself so we can do a Peaches Needs a Pal video of me on the opposite side of the venue.
Get yourself a lawn seat. Yeah,
I'm sitting crisscross applesauce in the grass.
Yes. So we'll have details posted. Is this on our event calendar?
I don't think so.
Okay, we'll get it on the event calendar for people interested in buying tickets, because it's going to be fun. I've watched videos of their live show before. It'll be so funny, crazy. If you're a fan of the show, you should go. But hopefully we'll be hooking you up with free tickets, me and Peaches, next week. So just get ready for Monday. And if I recall correct, we've also got some fun Metallica load giveaways coming up next week.
Potentially.
Potentially. All right.
We can do a promo on that.
We've got a lot of stuff we're working on.
I need to make sure that it's 301 tracks on an album. I need to check that out for myself.
Yeah. We did get some download codes, so we need to test exactly what the listeners get. It's like load, fully remastered.
Because on Spotify,
like
it's called Ain't My Remastered.
Oh, okay. And we're going to... What was the name of the promo that we came up with?
Oh, you want a load of...
A load of load.
Load of load?
Yeah.
I don't know if we were allowed to say that, but sure.
Why not? It's a load of load. Like you were talking about, what is it, 16 discs or something?
Yeah, Aaron from, where Aaron, our friend, is sending us the physical copies. And
Yeah.
he just said, here's your tracking number for the load of load to me just yesterday.
So, we're just kind of waiting on things to show up and see exactly what we get. And we'll be giving away, Metallica's stuff as well.
I think we get like a cassette. We get a whole grand package to give away. I think it's multiple grand packages.
It looked like a pretty crazy package of stuff. So
Aaron's hooking it up. I'm
just curious if you get the digital download, if you get all 301 tracks. So we got to get that downloaded and check it out. But next week, going to be lots of fun. And Peaches and I will be back, of course, at noon for the noon hour of madness and mayhem. So going to get out of here. We'll leave you with some Bad Omens and Poppy, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you again for tuning in to the Viktor Wilt Show. This program is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.